Iraqi army positions shell the eastern neighborhood of Shujaria in Ramadi. Very carefully they move in with armored cars as they clear each house. Some 300 ISIL fighters, according to the US-led coalition, are holed up in the neighborhood, taking advantage of the urban landscape to fire at Iraqi forces. ISIL fighters have booby-trapped several buildings on the outskirts, which have so far slowed the advance. This is the fourth time Iraqi forces have mounted an offensive to take these eastern neighborhoods and defeat the last remaining pockets of ISIL fighters. Still, the Iraqis are confident this time they'll succeed.
Rapid deployment units are divided into two parts. The first one is to clear the areas and move to the next one. And the second unit is to hold the ground. We are dealing with ISIL hideouts by selectively targeting them so we can clear these parts in preparation to further advance towards the eastern part.
ISIL fighters are also able to resupply using the eastern corridor into Ramadi, and the armed group is said to have some 400 fighters in reserve. Although the group are under tremendous pressure, ISIL fighters are still able to fight back. Using suicide car bombs, they've mounted several attacks over the last few days against Iraqi forces, including Tuesday's suicide bombing at a military base in the north of Ramadi, the city that the Iraqi security forces say is secure. But it's not just Ramadi. Now, some 5,000 families are trapped within the second city of Fallujah in Iraq's Anbar province, and what some of those people are telling us is that supplies are running out. Baby milk powder has disappeared from the markets, there are no fruits and vegetables, and medicines are in low supply. Now, ISIL, who control the city, are rationing out the wheat supply, so there is something to eat. But what we're being told by aid agencies is that if the siege isn't lifted of that city, then Fallujah could face a starvation crisis. Imran Khan, Al Jazeera, Baghdad.